Hello, and again, welcome to Bit Depth. I'm Santiago Ramones. All around me is...
The Lunar Laugh.
The Lunar Laugh.
Yeah.
Surrounding you with love.
Who is the Lunar Laugh? Let's go this way, clockwise.
I am Jared Lakites. I play guitar, sing, write some of the songs, and make bad dad jokes during the shows.
Sweet.
I'm Connor Anderson. I play guitar, sing some background vocals, sometimes lead vocals. I write a little bit, and all that good stuff.
Campbell Young, pretty much the same. Guitar, vocals, songwriting. That's what we do.
All right. What is the Lunar Laugh?
That's a loaded question.
At this juncture, it's kind of a songwriting collective and musician collective, but it's mainly the three of us and other people behind us.
I was thinking about it. I was like, if this lineup that like we're thinking about having actually happens, we're kind of like a super group.
Just a bit.
Like a bad super group. Like Chickenfoot. You remember them?
Like Crosby, Stills, and Oates.
Why? I guess, like, what makes it a super group and not, like, just a band?
Well, I mean...
I think it's because a lot of us just came off of other things to join the Lunar Laugh. Like, I had somewhat of a solo career. Campbell did as well. And he's also in Don't Tell Dina. And then Connor was in Southern Rift. That's what it was. Yep. And so right away, the three of us already had other things going on. But then also, we're about to get two drummers.
Yeah.
Not just
gonna be cool.
Whoa.
So
That'll be fun.
Yeah. And then we have a multitude of bass players.
Yeah.
Not all at once, but...
It kind of like... I feel like for everyone that's been in the band, it started off as like a, hey, can you help me with this? To like, you're in the band now. you're stuck.
I feel like once you play one show with us, you're somewhat of a member of the Lunar Laugh.
Yeah.
Kind of just in the loop of like our like disposal of whoever we like. I don't want to say whoever we want, but we do have like a good variety. Like if we need a bass player, a keyboard player, we have more than like one person on each. You know.
Yeah.
They're in our gravitational pull, the galaxy of the Lunar Laugh.
Well, and it's nice because it's like, oh man, the bass player that we normally use can't do this gig. Let's just ask like one of the three other ones we've used.
Yeah.
It's a rotation. It's a bit like a baseball team or something like that. Where you just send out different players for different innings. You know,
Sports.
one team.
I kind of do that with my band, too. Campbell.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's a similar thing. It's like, oh, Campbell's busy for this show. Let me get someone else. Or this drummer's busy. Let me get someone else. So, yeah.
Yeah, and
that's not unusual to do. Like a lot of even big time bands do that.
Most of the time, if it's like, especially if like the people aren't writing the songs, like I feel like that's the only reason why like the three of us are what stay constant is because we songwrite and sing.
Songwrite.
We write songs.
Plus that's us in the pictures. You know?
Yeah.
We're the faces.
Yeah.
Not like the band, the faces.
Yeah. So you guys just put out a new album.
We did. Good Night Noises Everywhere came out at the end of June.
What?
Which is now dating this podcast.
That's right. What is it? What makes it different from the rest of the stuff that you guys put out?
Well, this is our third album. And mainly when we started it, it was going to be a full-on band record, as in the band doing the majority of playing, whereas the last two albums, it's been us and a mixture of a lot of session people.
Yeah. And you can definitely hear that on the record. Like, other than a lot of like bass and keyboard parts and a few guitar parts, it's pretty much all the three of us and then our drummer at the time, Jimmy, playing like majority of the parts.
Did you play drums on any songs?
I played percussion.
Yeah, we all played a little
on-
percussion, but I think Jimmy did all the drums on it.
I think the one that Jimmy isn't on is
Where We Belong.
Where We Belong, because I did like all the drum stuff.
Played like
on
a
that.
tom and stuff like that.
I didn't intend for that to happen, but
It sounded cool.
Brian Webb, who was co-producing that track, he was just like wanting to build a track then and now, and it was only me and him in the studio, so that's what we did.
I was there too.
Yeah. Do you guys write everything beforehand, or do you write sort of as you're recording?
Well, so that's a little different because, like, we'll usually record the song when it's completely written, but there were a few, like, I know we kind of started working on the last track up here, just getting, like, the way that it would go, and I think...
Here being our house. Where we're at right now.
Yeah. And I think you started recording it before I had some of the lines finished.
Yeah, Saying Goodbye is the last song on the album. It's kind of a suite of different movements. And honestly, like the lyrics weren't even completed when we started recording it. And I don't think they were completed until the day we were recording the vocals for it.
Yeah. What does Goodnight Noises Everywhere mean?
It's one of the lines on one of the songs.
It's a line from a song. It's also a title that's been going around in my head for a long, long time. I always thought it would be a good album title. It's taken from Goodnight Moon, the children's book, and Moon, Lunar Laugh. It's kind of nicely ties all together.
Fair enough, yeah. Is that like a thematic element of the album, or is it just like a nice title?
Kind of.
I think the album has an arc. It definitely starts and ends like in similar. It's a very nicely. It's a continuous loop.
It's not quite a concept album, but like
a song cycle.
Yeah, you can. Like we call back to like that's kind of what the last song is. We call back to some of the songs in the record. So that's sort of the concept album-ish part of it.
Yeah.
So is it like about something, if that makes sense?
Not really. It's about a bunch of different things.
I mean, I would hope all our songs are about something. But,
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
It's about a bunch of different things, and it just happens to all sound really good together.
Yeah.
I feel like the way we tied everything together, it can be pretty much interpreted as being about the same thing, even though it's not.
Yeah.
Songs are open to interpretation, so.
Yeah. What influenced and inspired the album?
You guys take that one.
We wrote most of the songs.
I want to hear what you guys think inspired it, and then
Well, I mean,
And then Jared's going to be like, let me tell you what it actually is.
From what I can recall about going from our last record, Mama's Boy, into this, I mean, it's just like that one was probably majority studio musicians, and
yeah, Campbell joined halfway through.
yeah,
the
so
album.
like they would kind of like find places for me to play, whereas like this, I played a larger role. Jimmy wasn't even in the band when we were doing Mama's Boy, so he definitely played a bigger role. Yeah, so it's just more camaraderie and teamwork, if you will.
There's also a lot of I don't know, romantic feelings going around because everyone was getting married and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Like Jimmy got married, John, our bass player, got married. Connor just got married. He's back from his honeymoon, folks.
Congratulations.
Thanks. It
He
was a
got
good
the
time.
ring.
Show off that ring.
Yeah. For the audio
For the
listeners, which
listeners.
is everyone,
I know.
he held up his hand.
They're like, ooh,
And I'm getting married in October, so
congratulations. It's super fun.
There's a lot of love in this room.
Yeah.
Very sweet.
Very sweet. No, yeah, I think that kind of inspired like that kind of honeymoon feel, kind of that glow that you're in, kind of inspired, or informed some of the songs, I think, in kind of an unconscious way.
Yeah. Given the way that streaming services have sort of changed how we consume music, is there sort of a point, quote unquote, in doing albums nowadays?
Because they're cool.
I really don't like streaming because I feel like it's the way I like to make music. It's not conducive to, like, because I like to make albums that you can listen to start to finish. And streaming, it's like if it's not good past 30 seconds, you're gonna skip it,
Right?
Or even sooner than that.
I wouldn't say I don't like streaming because I love having all the music I'd ever want to listen to at my fingertips. That's great. The thing I don't like is playlists because, like,
Everything has to have a mood.
well, and I've noticed, like, when I listen to a playlist and I hear a song I really like from an album I really like, I want to hear the next song on the album because I like the way that, this song, like, goes into this one and everything like that. And you don't get that from a playlist because you're going into a completely different song.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, I still like the concept of an album. I still think there can be a place for it. I don't know, but it's obviously getting harder with streaming and all that stuff. But I mean, I like streaming. Like I love kind of like what Campbell said. I love having every song I can
It's a good
imagine on my
resource.
phone. It's great.
yeah.
I won't say I don't use Spotify because I do, but
I will say I don't use Spotify because I don't.
but my preferred
My student
method
discount ran out, so I know, I
preferred
cut that
method
off.
of music is definitely getting an album and listen to it.
Yeah.
I'm the scum of the earth, and I use YouTube with an ad blocker.
Ooh.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
get out of my house.
We're getting no royalties.
Yeah. Well, actually, I don't know how that counts. I don't know if they like.
I don't know if it blocks the ads. Then how do you get revenue? I don't know.
Yeah.
It's all
Algorithms.
one weird big corporate machine that makes no sense.
Yeah.
But now, like a lot of these
You're denying us our
a lot of these
25
companies are like,
half
like
pennies.
trying to fight the ad blockers. Like,
Right.
So like, you have an ad blocker, turn it off. No, you can't watch it yet. Turn it off.
Right.
You can't-
But now there are ad blockers.
Yeah. It's never ending, man.
That's what's going to be the extinction of man.
Yeah.
Ad blockers.
Ad blockers.
Block blockers.
Okay, so we're like on the fifth one. People are like writing it down.
Meanwhile, I have a closet full of VHS tapes.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Well, how would you prefer to be making money off of music?
Someone buying our record.
Yeah, I would prefer to be, if we're making money, I'd like to be like touring the world and selling
Yeah.
out arenas, but that's kind of hard to do these days if you don't have a corporation backing you.
Yeah, if
Or
you're
if you-
not an industry plant these days, you're not going to make it.
If you don't have your own fragrance,
Well, we could. Let's look into that.
it would smell like potato chips.
It would smell like Cape Cod original potato chips.
I'd buy the shit
The
out
sponsor
of
of this
a Campbell.
podcast.
I'd buy a Campbell fragrance.
Yeah.
You'd rub Campbell on your neck.
Oh yeah.
And your
Would it
wrist.
just be soup smelling?
Yeah, yeah. I would just smell like cream of onion. Because that's the worst soup I could think of off the top of my head. Worst smelling. Cream of onion's pretty good. It tastes good. It just smells bad.
Since we're going,
I feel like I'd be clam chowder.
yeah, there you go. What?
Clam chowder, yeah.
I'm more of a chicken noodle guy. Just
Okay,
classic.
Yeah. Classic.
So even though my name's Campbell, we're all doing soup smells for our colognes.
Well, I'm from Massachusetts.
Yeah, yours
so
makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, you could just pick like a nice smell and call it like moon smell or something, like lunar smell, and be like, nobody actually knows what the moon smells like.
Lunar scent.
Actually, one time I held a moon rock when I lived in Houston, and
What'd
it
it smell
smelled like burnt barbecue.
Oh,
but they don't know if that's how space smells or if it just smells that way because when rockets go up there, it like burns the atmosphere and it just kind of because there's no like air, so just kind of that smell might just like permeate.
Barbecue,
but
Moon's a big old
barbecue.
like the moon rock felt like a very hard sponge.
Yeah,
and like it had like the weird, like kind of almost like a coral rock, and it smelled like, sulfur. Like it had.
Okay, yeah.
Weird. That's cool.
Darn, there's an actual lunar sense.
Well, most people don't know that, so.
Right.
Darn, the moon exists.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. Birds are on thin ice right now, so.
Birds are a government conspiracy, that's for sure.
How's the band changed since Apollo and then Mama's Boy
Into Goodnight Noises Everywhere.
into Goodnight Noises?
Let me finish that question
Yeah,
for
go
you.
ahead.
No, so the first album was really started with just me and the co-producers, Graham Colton, Brian Webb, and Dustin Page, who also played on the album. And then Connor kind of came in halfway through, sang some backup vocals. I think he even played some guitar, maybe.
I don't remember.
I don't remember.
But so long ago.
After that album was finished, we were. I just asked Connor, like, "Hey, do you want to? Like, I don't like the Lunar Laugh doesn't exist right now. Like,
Right.
do you want to make it like a thing?" And so yeah, I'll let Connor take it from there.
Well, we, like Jared was saying, we basically, it was kind of weird because we had this record and we would do shows and it was just the two of us on acoustic guitars, and I think we knew that the next step after doing that for a while, we wanted to keep building and eventually get to a full band, and that's when Campbell came in. So yeah,
Right when we were starting, we started like we were halfway through making Mama's Boy. I think we had like 4 or 5 songs done, and one of the bass player, guitar players we were playing with said, "Hey, my cousin is recording something for ACM, like his final or something. He needs a band to record," and so he volunteered us. And that's our first session with Campbell was actually for one of the songs that wound up on Mama's Boy.
Yep. And some of that session wound up on the album.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, and then after I did that, I saw him at a few different shows. I had obviously gotten to know both of them over the next like 6 to 8 months. And then Jared texted me one day and he's like, "Hey, do you know any bass players? We need a bass player for this show." And I was like, "Well, I can play the bass, kind of." And so I kind of came on for those 2 shows, and then it was dormant for a little bit. Then it was like, "Hey, there's this show." And then they were like, "Hey, come to this photo shoot." And Jared was basically like, "Yeah, you're in the band now."
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Hey, do you know any drummers?"
Yeah. And I was like, "Well, let me ask my friend Jimmy." And Jimmy played that one show on very little like preparation time. And that's when we kind of were like, "Okay, this is the guy."
Yeah.
Jimmy knows his stuff.
Yeah.
And he became our manager soon after.
Yeah.
Do you look at some of the older stuff with like fondness, or do you kind of like, I don't really like that old stuff?
I feel like I really enjoy like everything we've done. I look back at everything like with it just brings back good memories.
Yeah.
Yeah, like every once in a while, like I'll, because this album, Goodnight Noises Everywhere, and our last album, Mama's Boy, were both pressed on vinyl, so we each took a copy for ourselves. And every once in a while, I'll just spin Mama's Boy and be like, "Wow, that was a good record we made."
It's really exciting to see the progression from Apollo to now. Like I think it's really good. Like, but I spun Mama's Boy like a few weeks ago. I'm like, Some good stuff, man.
Every once in
Yeah.
a while, like I'll have my phone on shuffle, and a song from Apollo will come on, and I'll be like,
Yeah.
I kind of forgot about this one. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It kind of takes me a while. Like I'll listen to the intro of it, and I'm like, I don't know who this is, and then I realize, oh, like this is one
that's
of our
me.
songs.
Yeah. We did this.
Yeah. What makes the Lunar Laugh sound like the Lunar Laugh?
Overdubs.
30 vocal tracks.
Yeah, we're not shy about layering as much as possible, even if it's just like. I think a good example on Apollo, there's a song that has like a triangle for like 30 seconds, but it's like one of the most important parts of the song.
Well, and like the first track on this new record, "Welcome to the World," like there was one point. Were you there when we did the woos, Connor? Because I remember you, me, and Brian were in there. Was Connor in there too? When
I think
we did
he
that?
overdubbed a woo later.
Okay.
We were in there.
Yeah. So
We were
so
in
we're
there
all,
doing something.
were we all crowded around the one mic?
Maybe.
I think it was the Here to See.
Yeah. Okay.
We did that one. I remember that. But yeah,
There's a lot going on in the very first track.
There's a lot vocally going on in that first track. But yeah, there was one point where we were like, hey, what if we did like a woo sort of thing going into
Just like a
yeah, like a Ric Flair woo. And so me, Jared, and Brian, and maybe Connor, we were all just standing around this mic, and he just had it loop recording. So we recorded it like not like 5 or 6 different times. So it's like 30 voices on there just saying this woo.
And subsequently during mixing, we found a Ric Flair video of
Yeah.
him going woo, and we actually put it in the mix as well.
Sweet. I'll
as well
listen
as
for that next
as
time.
some girls screaming for him, saying "Slick Rick."
Yeah. Slick Rick.
Wow.
Yeah. There's a lot going on in that first track, but it's cool.
Is there a point in genre now? Like, do you guys have a genre, but do you even care?
Well, luckily our genre is kind of a little free form.
Yeah, I mean, power pop is what we're labeled as, but we don't really stick to that really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Spain doesn't really like that, but
The reviews for the third album, the new album, it's all been like really good album, not as good as Mama's Boy.
Wow.
yeah.
It's like they're very nice until the very last line. It's like, and their last
Kind of
album
like
was better.
the with that being said, or like no offense, but
If you
Yeah.
liked Mama's Boy, you might not like this one.
With all due respect.
They've done something different.
Well, and they're all in Spanish, so we're like, oh yeah, Spanish review.
Like, take them through Google Translate.
Google
It's
Translate.
like,
Not as
no.
good as their last one.
I will gladly just translate your reviews for you.
Yeah.
They're still good reviews. Like,
Yeah. Just not as good as our Mama's Boy reviews.
I mean, what is power pop?
it is. When I think of power pop, I think of bands like Cheap Trick and
Yeah.
the Raspberries, like very melodic Beatles inspired, but like kind of with a punk rock heaviness to it.
Okay.
Which I don't think
Which,
we're.
yeah, I
we're
don't
not.
think
We're
that's
not.
Lunar Laugh.
We're not like quite that heavy. When I say punk rock, I mean like the Clash, like
Yeah.
Sure.
that kind of.
And like London Calling era, the Clash.
Yeah.
I mean, is there stuff that you guys have wanted to foray into that goes way beyond the pale of pop or rock pop thing, whatever the circle of genre that Lunar Laugh seems to fit?
I mean, we're all songwriters. I write for Lunar Laugh, Don't Tell Dina, my other band, and myself sometimes. So I'll usually like have a song and be like, okay, this is a Lunar Laugh song. So that's just kind of the way that I do it. It's not necessarily me sticking to a genre or anything, but it's usually where it's like, oh, this would be something good to work with Jared on, or this would be something good that, Connor and Jared can have their input on. So it's just one of those things that, like, I'm not specifically writing for any sort of genre. It usually comes together in the studio, where we start adding everything to it, and we start adding all the harmonies, and that's where it's like, okay, this is the Lunar Laugh sound.
Yeah.
But then, like, there's a song like "Waiting for a Sign," which when I wrote it, I was like, I don't know if this is a Lunar Laugh song. And we started working on it in the studio, and I'm like, I don't think this is a Lunar Laugh song until I played it for like Connor and Campbell, and they were like this is going to turn some heads. Like this will be a great song for us.
I remember hearing it, and Taylor, our engineer, he has a band called Chair Model, and that's Waiting for a Sign is kind of more their sort of vibe. So when they started playing it, I was like, oh, this is cool. Maybe this is like a Chair Model thing or something. And then I heard Jared singing. I was like, oh, okay, maybe this is something else. And then when it goes into like I guess that's the pre-chorus, when the first like big synth stabs come in. And that's when I was like, okay, no, this isn't something else. This needs to be a Lunar Laugh song now.
What tells you that it is or isn't a Lunar Laugh song?
If like the three of us aren't singing on it.
Yeah, I mean,
I feel like there's a magic thing that happens when like the three of us like put our voices or our musical skills like together. Like once that happens and it's like on the record, it automatically turns into a Lunar Laugh thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I think it is that other people having the input on it, because there was a song that the second track on this album, the one that I wrote the majority of, I recorded because backstory. One day I was working and Jared was like, "Hey, I need 2 songs by Sunday." I was like, "Whoa, okay, time to get to work. Haven't written a song in a while." So the first one was one that it was an idea that I had for a while. Like I had the chorus pretty much, and I was like, okay, I'll just flesh this out. This will be the first one. Take it easy on myself because haven't written a song in a while. And then the second one, like, literally just flooded out of my head. Like, just wrote in like 10 minutes. And I was like, I don't know if this is really, Lunar Laugh vibe, because when I recorded it was a little slower and it almost had more of like a Green Day sort of thing to it. And I was like, I don't know if this will work, but I need a second song. And I know Jared can do something with this to make it work. And so that's kind of what happened.
Which one was that?
It's called Old New Kid in Town.
Yeah. I remember listening to the album and being like, this is a Campbell ass song.
Yeah.
Well, when he sent it to me, it was a lot slower, and it was called New Kid in Town. And I said, I don't think we can call it that because that's an Eagles song. Like, that's just all I think about. So I suggested just Old New Kid in Town and speeding up just a little more. And right away, I knew, like, I kind of got an idea in my head that I wanted Welcome to the World to be the song before it. So I rewrote the ending of Welcome to the World to where the key changes to where it would fit his song. So that kind of set in motion like the idea of songs going into each other and the kind of flow of the album.
Yeah.
So that kind of collaborative thing is what really drove most of the album, I think.
Yeah. What's the art of album order? Like, explain sort of what tells you.
We had a struggle on this one.
Well, no. So, like, there really is an art to it because you basically have to take, 8 to 15 pieces that are in no way actually connected and form a story out of it. Like, that's the way that I think of it. And that's what usually works the best. I usually, you want to go for, like, start off big, kind of go into something else. Now, slow down a bit and, kind of ride that narrative arc that you would normally go with, like, when you're watching a movie or something.
Some songs, it's easy to tell. It's like if it's a good upbeat song, it's like, okay, that song would be a good first song, or if a song's kind of slower, it'd be like, that's a good like middle ground. Songs that have kind of more a finality about them, that's obviously going to be the last song.
Yeah. I always just think of it like, because, and I know me and Jared are huge Beatles nerds, but I always think of it like how Abbey Road works in the way that the track listing is. Not necessarily the medley part, but like how the A side, like it ends on I Want You, She's So Heavy, and it's like then coming back down into Here Comes the Sun. That's kind of like a little palate cleanser after, you know, the darker B side or the end of the A side thing. So
Do you like? I mean, because there's sort of like a common approach, which is like you front load it with the hits and then like put sort of like the darker stuff.
But
near
we
the
don't
end.
have any hits.
yeah,
So.
that's like. I mean, if you're making a pop album and you're not trying to tell a story with all of these different pieces, that works. But like, you can't make Dark Side of the Moon with Money being the first track, Time being the second track. Like, that doesn't work because it's not that kind of record.
Yeah.
So,
Well, the two singles for this album are actually both on side 2.
yeah.
So, and that's
Because that's just what worked out best in our heads.
And a little more backstory, like we actually struggled because we had more songs than wound up on the album.
Yeah.
And when we presented the final, what we thought was the final track list to the record label, they said this will not fit on one album, and we're not going to spend the money to do a double album. And so we had to like painfully choose to delete 2 songs from the album, and they were really good songs.
Yeah.
But I like the end where I don't know, I kind of like the number being 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think 10's a solid, especially now with people, maybe not as many people listening to records. I feel like 10 is a good. It's
Yeah,
not too
we're
long,
we're
that's
still
for
very
sure.
happy with the album
Is
that we
it,
wound up with.
It is 5 and 5. 5
Yeah.
on the A side, 5 on the B side.
Yeah.
It's nice and balanced.
Yeah.
And they said like side 2 was still like a little too long, but they worked it out to where it would like sound okay. And actually, this record sounds really good. I will say, like the vinyl, I was nervous because of the length of the side, but it actually came out amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long do you like albums to be?
It kind of depends.
It depends on what it is, because sometimes there are things where I like to think of it as like a meal. Like, you know, you have your albums that are like a light meal, like sushi, and you're like, wow, that was, 50 minutes. That didn't even feel like it. And then there's some where it's like,
Thanksgiving.
yeah, it's like Thanksgiving, and you're like, golly, that was only a 30-minute EP. Like, ugh. So I just think of it like that. And like, there are some things and aesthetics and everything like that where, a longer album works because, it's just something about it, and something where shorter albums, it's more dense.
Yeah.
So
There's certain albums that I'm like, this didn't need to be a double album. Like they could have gotten rid of a lot of these songs and made a really good.
a lot of
single
double
album.
albums are that way. Or even a triple album like Stadium Arcadium.
Gosh.
Stadium Arcadium did not need to be 2 hours and 2 minutes long.
I was thinking more of Melancholy by Smashing Pumpkins.
Yeah.
That a lot of people like that album, but I like exactly
I
half
like-
of that album.
I like a lot of that album, but not all of it.
Do you guys feel okay about the 2 songs that didn't make it on, or?
Oh, no,
we,
they're...
we
yeah,
definitely
I'm
have
bummed.
plans for
I
them,
like 'em.
so it's not. And we're probably going to end up playing them live a lot
Sure,
because
sure.
they're really good songs and they're fun songs. They were the 2 that could be expunged without affecting the flow of the album
Sure.
way too
Yeah.
much.
I figure one day we'll probably release this as it was meant to be listened to.
Or we'll just have people buy the other thing that the 2 songs are going on. So
Yeah.
they have to have both of them.
2-song EP.
Slightly extended play.
Just a little bit.
We're going to remix the entire album in 5.1. and
Okay.
And all the vocals will be in Spanish.
Yep.
That'll be really helpful.
And
to
you're going to
Spanish
help us
audience.
write them because
That's fine.
We're gonna record it like the first Beatles stereo album. We're just gonna start panning everything
Yes.
left and right,
Just put the drums hard left and
hard left.
it's actually going to be, instead of 5.1, it's going to be 7.0. Like,
Yeah,
no subs. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who needs them?
no bass.
Whoa.
it's like Metallica.
Is there like a goal for the Lunar Laugh? Or what it should
Always.
Yeah, I
become,
mean,
what it wants to
make
reach?
money,
Making money. That's
Yeah.
what drives us.
making money for our art.
Yeah.
I feel like we shouldn't, like, no one should be ashamed to say that they want to make money doing what they want
Right.
to do.
Right.
And I think, like, artistic success is definitely very important, and being true to who we are and not having to change what we are to gain success. And I think that's been the main goal, but also doing a bit of touring outside of our comfort zone,
Yeah,
like Oklahoma. And we actually booked a couple shows.
yeah,
Uh,
it's happening.
yeah, so
Got to put in PTO for that.
How do you feel speaking about touring outside of the Oklahoma music scene? How do you feel about the Oklahoma City music scene?
Well, there's some good and some bad. I mean, like, would I wish more people in general came to shows? Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I force that upon people? No.
That's pretty much how I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really my one complaint. I mean, there are some venues that are a little shady, not going to name any names, but like there are just some where it's like, oh, I would rather not play here, but you know, we're a band looking for work, so
And plus, like, we've had shows where, like, we thought we did really well, and there was 5 people there. I was like, man, I wish there was, you know, just a few more people here.
Yeah.
Like, people are missing out on, like, good music. And
yeah, because as far as because that's the stuff I don't like is that, you know, people in Oklahoma don't come and see live music as much.
yeah. Or they don't see, like, the baby bands. They'll go see, like, the big acts that come to, like, the peak or something.
Yeah. I mean, like
Yeah.
that's
Power.
a given. Like there's a reason why those shows exist is because people go to them. But I'm saying
$10
like
cover charge? I mean,
Oof.
that's nuts.
yeah.
$5 cover charge?
But let me spend
We'll go to a
$200
different
on, you
Free
know,
show.
whoever comes to the arena or whatever.
We couldn't find a dog sitter, so
Yeah. I mean,
I'll make it to the next one.
but that being said, that stuff and the I guess business side of it, but I wouldn't even call it that. That side sucks, but as far as the actual music that's being made here, we have a lot of good bands.
yeah. I definitely feel like there's not a bias, but there's certain artists that just get so much, like, coverage. Like, every time
Yeah.
they, like, put out, like, a single, it's
Well,
just,
I mean, and like that's just based on like their past successes.
Yeah.
Like the way Broncho is, like I like to think that they were a good band and they're just getting more as much coverage because they were a good band.
right.
Like I love their first 2 records, but after that I
I mean, I don't endorse that statement, but
I mean,
I don't want people from Broncho, like,
Yeah,
emailing
no.
me saying "fuck you."
I mean, yeah.
I mean, they don't email me anyway, but it's,
Whatever.
no, like, I feel like there's a lot of people working hard to make the Oklahoma music scene even better, like Evan Jarvix for one.
Yep.
He's he keeps, if you don't follow him on any social media, he does like weekly updates of like what's happening in Oklahoma.
scene, yeah.
Like who has an album coming out, who has a video or single coming out, who's playing shows, you know, where bands are coming from. You know, it's very informative. That's where I get all my news from.
Yeah, OK Sessions is another good one. They're doing cool stuff in the scene.
Yeah. But I've had Evan Jarvix on the podcast.
Yeah.
I forget what episode number it was, but it was him and Electra. So
Yeah, it's the
Electra
one-
is
Electra
another
is
one who-
also, yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one right before Scott went on?
I think so. I don't remember,
Yeah.
but yeah. Where would you like to see the Oklahoma City scene moving towards? What would help?
I would like to see the things that I mentioned that I dislike be
Done away
reversed. Yeah, done away with. People coming to shows, venues being awesome. Like,
Well, I like that we're opening that park that
yeah, Scissortail Park.
yeah.
That'll be cool.
I feel like if they work out where we have like kind of like festival kind of vibe of just like
Yeah.
different bands, like not necessarily like a 1 day festival, but like a
Like
a series of
Yeah,
concerts.
yeah. It's similar to what they did at the Myriad Gardens.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
How do we sort of? I mean, do we want the culture to kind of become like a Austin or a Chicago or
That'd be
LA
dope.
or
I'd
Seattle
love
or
that.
whatever?
That kind of I don't know if it'll ever be like, because people don't say like the Oklahoma City sound. Like I don't think it'll ever be quite like that, but I think it would be nice to have kind of that sort of a vibe. Like people say
Yeah.
Oklahoma City and they think, oh, that's where like this band and such and such, like, because I think the most thing that people associate with Oklahoma City would be probably the Lips.
Yeah. Or at least bands that are still here.
Yeah.
Because that's the thing. Like, all the good bands leave.
Because that's
Yeah.
where the money is.
Yeah,
Yeah, not here.
yeah. I mean, Adam and Kizzy left recently,
Yeah.
and honestly, like they were just too good for what OKC was offering them.
Yeah, exactly. Same with Bowlesy. Like, they did their last show at Norman Music Festival this year.
Well, and then what's her name's going to Seattle?
Trip Sitters.
Trip
yeah.
Sitters.
Yeah.
And
we're stealing their drummer.
We got their drummer.
And then the Annie Oakley
Yeah.
moved.
There were a lot
Two
that
of them
moved just
moved.
this last year.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
But, you know, we're reaping the benefits of that because now we have less competition.
I suppose.
We're staying put.
Because it's cheap.
Y'all get out of here. We're going to... This is our pond. We're the big fish.
And then has social media and streaming sort of changed your approach to how you do music, put it out, and everything else as an artist?
Yeah, because if this were a different time, I wouldn't be using it. Like, I mean, yeah, it makes it easier, but also I just hate social media.
Yeah.
Like, it's pointless.
I never really considered it until really this album was the first time I thought of like maybe crafting intros to where they would jump out on like a Spotify playlist or something like that. But really, I try not to consider it way too much because I think it'll compromise, because streaming might not be around forever. Like, who knows what's going to happen in 10 years? Like,
Yeah.
how are people going to get their music? It might be like implanted in their head or something like that.
Do you think there's a way of, I guess, turning this around? Like, it feels like the music industry is sort of struggling just in the face of technology, I guess. But how do we either bring it back or adapt with it?
I mean, yeah.
They keep trying to push like obviously vinyl making a comeback was like the one thing that's like kind of keeping them alive, because now they can put out everything they've ever put out again on vinyl and charge $20 to $30 for it. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, now the vinyl is thicker and it's gonna sound better.
180 grand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, It's one of those things. I feel like it's probably in the next 10 years, it's going to like implode on itself and something like Napster is going to happen. And it's like, oh,
The thing is, the music like conglomerates are just always about money and greed.
Yeah.
Because they're not owned by music lovers anymore. Now that it's all owned by corporations like some French water company owns Universal or something.
Yeah, it's it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, the music industry is broken, but who gives a shit at this point? It's been broken for years, and no one's done anything about it. No one really can.
And there's just like no, I mean, there's just no consistency. It changes. It feels like every day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know.
I'm gonna adjust my mic.
On the other end of that, though, can music change the world?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I feel like the Beatles changed the world.
Yeah.
That's my like the Beatles are music and they changed the world. So
Yeah.
yes, music can change the world.
Well, and like,
And I think the world changes with the music too.
Sure.
and at the end of the day, like, you can have all the business bullshit, but if you don't have a good song, you don't have a good song. Like, a good song is what's gonna be the basis for that business bullshit.
Yeah.
Old Town Road.
Yeah, I mean, dude, the song played at my wedding, and it was so much fun. The Billy Ray version, by the way.
Yeah.
Is there any other like definitive version?
I mean, there's like 10 of them.
I know.
Here.
I know. I'm just saying.
There's one with that yodel kid, and it's not good.
That
Oh,
poor
really?
kid.
Oh, it's
That's
not,
one.
yeah.
That's one thing.
Oh,
I
have
was
you not
like,
heard that? It's got
No.
Young Thug and the yodel kid. Like, he's really just trying to.
Mason Ramsey.
Yeah, he's really just trying to take hip hop and country and like make these people work
His
together.
career is really interesting.
I just want to
that he's
say,
still,
like,
that he's still
when
like,
Mason
up there.
Ramsey like took off, I was like, why the hell didn't we think of that? Like, just
Yodeling in
Yodeling
Walmart.
in a Walmart?
not yodeling necessarily, but going inside a Walmart and just starting playing. Like, they might have asked us to leave.
Right.
But
They would have asked us
At
to
least
leave.
it would have
That's our
gone.
luck.
It would have gone viral.
I mean, probably
but-
because we're not like a little cute
Yeah.
9-year-old
Yeah.
kid wearing cowboy boots.
I don't know, if we all shave, we could probably pass for like 14.
Yeah. It'd be like, why are these poor 14-year-olds coming in here and singing? Why aren't you 7?
Yeah.
The one thing that bothers me about Mason Ramsey was he was discovered singing like Hank Williams songs, and then when they made him sign like a contract and everything, the music he put out was not like anywhere near that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just bad bro country sung
They
by a
put him in
13-year-old or
They
whatever.
put him in the machine, and yeah, the song they spit out was very.
It
like-
sounded like music written by a robot.
Yeah, I mean, it was just,
No soul.
it's that corporation, just running it all.
Again, it's not like the music business is not run necessarily by people that like music. It's just people that look at numbers and
Spreadsheets.
yep, focus groups.
Not that there's anything wrong with numbers and spreadsheets, but it's, I guess, how
It's just so much.
how they're
It's just so
using
much
it.
easier for.
It's that's all they care about. They don't care about the music. They care about the product and how well the
Yeah.
product is doing.
To a degree, like the music business has always been run that certain way. Like,
Yeah.
But I feel like the people that used to run it, like the Armin Erdigans and that kind of vibe, they were way more into the quality of the music. than
Yeah,
they
well, and
were
like the Barry
sales.
Gordy's and stuff like that.
Well, and Barry Gordy was a songwriter.
Yeah,
Like that's how he started out. So
that's why he cares.
What makes you guys optimistic about music in the future?
Campbell Young,
Me
Connor
too.
Anderson,
Me too.
Santiago Ramones.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
I mean, just because there's so many people that I've come into contact with that haven't even really hit their prime yet, that I'm just ready for those people that I know and love that make good music to make their best music. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's. I know we said a lot of negative stuff about the music business, but there's a lot of good music by people who are younger than us that,
Yeah.
and this probably isn't even their best stuff, and it's really good now. Like, imagine what they will be. So,
Well, yeah, like you got to think about, like, especially with, we've mentioned already probably like 5 times now, the Beatles, but like, I mean,
Have you ever heard of them?
Yeah, ever heard of them? Yeah, but I mean, in what, 7 years, they went from a band that was, you know, basically just skiffle to
They went from Love Me Do to Long and Winding Road.
yeah, like they got better and did things that were amazing like 5 years in.
Yeah.
So there are people not even 1 year in that are making amazing things.
Drugs
So,
were very much better back then. So
I don't know if the drugs were better necessarily, but
there wasn't.
I can't speak on that because I wasn't alive then. So,
I think also like, you know, you see like people doing YouTube covers, and like their covers are like way better than the actual song
Sure.
that they're doing. And that kind of gives me like the fact that there's still like really talented people that no one knows about. That's what gives me like not necessarily hope, but it makes me know like, okay, so like the crappy stuff may be what's on the radio, but there's always going to be people that can play really well. Like,
yeah.
It's not about like selling records and having your song on the radio like all the time and being number one. It's about how much you work at your craft and how much love you put into it.
Yeah.
And yeah, like once this machine goes up in flames, all the new blood will come up, and they'll already have made all these YouTube covers and stuff like this, so they'll have worked on their craft, and then it's like, oh hey, here's this song, and they're like, the world will go nuts.
Well, it's a cycle. Like every once in a while, there'll be a period of time when there's like everything will be like this kind of poppy machine, like computerized kind of music, and then all of a sudden there'll be something that comes along that kind of like
Shakes it up.
skyrockets. Like I keep thinking of like Norah Jones. Like when she came along, there was like it was all Britney Spears, NSYNC, and then like boom, Norah Jones is like the biggest thing ever,
Yep.
and she's doing something that's totally different. I think, and like before her, there was like Nirvana, and before that, there was whatever, you know.
And I mean, you could even think of like Mumford and Sons as one of those in the 2010s.
Definitely, because they like as soon as they were out, there was like 3 artists that they changed their sound completely to no drums, hand claps, just
Banjos.
yeah.
Yeah.
What is the sound of the future, I guess? What is
Man, I don't know.
What hasn't been touched yet that you think has the potential to
well, rap is kind of making its way into
Yeah.
country music. So, I mean, that's the big one that's kind of, you know, gotten crossed off.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen.
There's these. I think it's a relatively new instrument. I have to look up what it's called though. But I feel like there's still new instruments being invented that I think are going to, and new software I think is going to like help revolutionize and put things in people's hands that weren't accessible before.
Yes.
That kind of goes along with like live production too. I mean, that's kind of a different thing, but just production on all that stuff is getting so much better and I don't know, more accessible, I guess.
Yeah.
Forgive me.
What's it? Have you found the instrument yet?
Yes,
Yeah,
it is the
guitar?
harpeggi. Have you the harpeggi?
The harpeggi.
Yeah.
What does it look like? Hold
So
on.
it is kind of it's like a flat thing
Is it that
with
like
a lot of strings on it.
Oh,
It's been around for a little bit, and I've seen Stevie Wonder play it. And it has like this. You just place your fingers on it, and it's so it sounds a bit like a guitar with a very high capo on it.
okay.
And let me see if I
think,
can. I have this video pulled up here.
Let me see it.
But there's at least like 20 or so strings on it, and you just kind of play it like a keyboard.
Oh, I
I-
have
yeah.
seen these. I have seen these.
The whole thing looks like that.
discovery on the thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like a.
No, I have seen those, and those are intriguing, but they're also quite expensive.
It kind of looks
so
like
I-
a dulcimer.
But I feel like that's going to be
Yeah.
like the next wave of like, remember when everyone did a song with like a ukulele in it?
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's going to be the next
Right.
wave of like, there's
The
going to be
harpagee.
that and didgeridoos.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and we'll be the first on that wave.
Well, hopefully it also doesn't get co-opted by corporations like the ukulele did.
Well, I mean, it will, but that'll also be like once that one big song with a harpagee comes out, it's going to be great because there's going to be cheaper
Old Town
harpagees
Road
out
harpagee
there.
remix.
Please make it happen. I want one, but they're
I'm
expensive.
sure if you go on YouTube, you can find an Old Town Road harpagee cover. There's
I just need one song
There's
to
a
make it
market
big
for
with
it.
that because I really want one, and they're really expensive. So I need the market to kind of.
if we all
produce some
pull
cheap
together,
ones.
we can just buy one and share it together.
Nice.
Listen for it on the next Lunar Laugh album.
What factors contribute to an artist's success? Success being a very subjective word.
I mean, I feel like, obviously part of it's hard work. But I think with everyone, there's luck involved.
I just heard a whole bunch of listeners groan. So dang it, I have to work hard.
Well, that, and I think also just like you said, luck. Like the people you know are going to affect, and like who you're surrounding yourself with. I think if you're surrounding yourself with people that don't have the same drive as you or that aren't as driven as you, you're not going to get as far. But I think if like the three of us are very lucky in that the three of us have like that common goal. Like we don't want the band to fail.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of a mix of luck, hard work, and just staying true to yourself and not wavering to make something that's trying to be popular, because that at the end of the day isn't going to be as good of a song as if it's something you feel in your heart.
There's a degree of discipline involved for sure, though.
Yeah.
Can't wait to hear the new Lunar Laugh Old Town Road cover. That'll be-
That's not going to happen. Sorry. I don't want to mess with
Well,
perfection.
Yeah, right.
Connor's like,
That's true. That's no, that's true. That is, yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly, on the last album, one of the songs that really got us our like distribution deal was called "Work in Progress," and I swear, like when I started writing it, I thought it sounded like this Billy Ray Cyrus song called "I Know the Words by Heart" or something like that. I think it's just called "Words by Heart." But every time I play it, I almost start singing that song just because it's like ingrained in my head from my childhood. And I thought, how funny is it that this guy that was like huge when I was like 4 or 5 years old is now suddenly just as huge again, like Billy Ray Cyrus. Like, so you never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah. What advice do you guys have for people or musicians or whatever context you want to take for that, since it's kind of a more musical context that we're talking?
Learn to
anyways?
play the bass.
Yeah. Yeah. Being a bass player is pretty good way to make money.
A lot of fun. And drums. Everyone needs a drummer.
Yeah, but then you got to lug around drums. Learn to play the bass. So that way, you only have to bring a bass and a bass amp.
Yeah.
Sometimes not even a bass
Sometimes
amp.
not
you
even
know?
a bass amp.
Yeah, so I didn't even bring a bass amp for like 2 years.
It's freaking DI.
That sounded
it's fine.
But I think, like we said, like a certain amount of discipline, like hard work. Don't just expect to make it right out of the park, but keep trying.
Yeah.
I think setting realistic expectations helps.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. I feel like that's an important part of it. Like,
But also taking chances. Like I had a
Yeah.
friend who he made a record and he moved to Los Angeles, and he just said, I'm just gonna walk into the Capitol Records Tower and like see what happens. Like he just walked up to the front desk and was like, hey, this is my album, can someone listen to it? And like nothing happened, but like
Sure.
that was kind of a cool thing to do. Like,
Yeah.
That's ballsy.
yeah.
Walking up with
They
the
don't
stereo.
like obviously they don't take solicitors, but
Yeah. That's wild.
but who else does that? You know.
What's a record building?
Right. What's a record?
The Capitol Tower that Capitol does not own anymore
Is it
because
a
Capitol
label?
is now owned
Huh.
by Universal, which is owned by a water company.
Yeah.
And Disney will own it soon, probably.
They burned all their master tapes.
No.
That was a thing.
Now putting the tinfoil hats on.
Hang on a second.
What have you guys been listening to that you're excited about?
I'm really a big fan of Wise Blood right now. Have you ever heard of her?
Wise blood?
She it's spelled Weyes. Wise Blood.
Wise blood.
Yeah. So
German. Weissblut.
she is a singer songwriter, and her new album is one that I'm spinning a lot. She has a song called "Something to Believe" that came on. I was actually listening to the new Vampire Weekend on Spotify, and then she just popped up as a suggested song. So I gave it a listen, and I thought it was something from the 70s. It was very much up my alley.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be something that just came out this year.
That's cool.
So that's one of the ones I'm listening to. And the new Vampire Weekend I'm really into.
Yeah.
I'm listening to that one too because I'm seeing them next. When's that concert? Soon?
I don't know. I'm going to that too.
Yeah, it's soon. So I've listened to them a little bit.
Carpool.
And I went to New York on my honeymoon, and we went to Rough Trade in Brooklyn, and I bought the last Oasis record, which I didn't even know was on vinyl. So I was like, oh, sweet. And so I listened to that. It's a really good record. I wish they were still together, but
Right. But Noel Gallagher's a dick.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they're both
awful people.
they're both terrible, but they're such good musicians.
You know, it's like that that volatile combination just kind of makes magic. I feel I like the two of them apart, but I think the two of them together is just awesome.
Yeah.
yeah.
What have I been listening to recently? The new Lips record, Flaming Lips, The King's Mouth. It's pretty good.
I like how it's before
Yeah,
callbacks.
yeah, callbacks.
The lips, the flaming lips.
Yeah, it's a really good record. Check it out because it's probably their best in 10 years.
We have
Dang.
some friends in the band. You know.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know.
Some who have been on the podcast.
Yeah, they
You
have.
know.
Yeah.
I've been listening to that Beatles a lot. White Album and Abbey Road.
I'm gonna go into my music app
Likely.
and see what my recently played
Yeah.
songs are, so I can tell you exactly what
Yeah, 'cause
the last song I played was. Let's see, Secondhand News by Fleetwood Mac, Me and Mrs. Jones by Billy Paul.
Oh yeah, I forgot about these albums that I was listening to. I re-listened to Dookie by Green Day the other day. Great record. I've also been getting really into Nick Cave and the Bad Seeds, which is probably bad for my psyche.
I've been hearing a lot of great things, specifically from Stephanie.
yeah,
About Nick
yeah.
Cave.
I listened to that podcast that she did.
Red
and I was
Right
like,
Hand is one of my favorite songs. That's a great song.
Yeah.
on the recently downloaded Old Town Road.
Oh, there you go.
Along with Mitski, all of her records.
I've heard good
have you
things from
heard her?
Mitski. Yeah.
She's so good. I saw her live in Dallas last year, and she's so good. She's so cool.
I've been listening to a lot of America,
Oh, nice.
really good 70s band. And when I was about 5 years old, I saw them open for the Beach Boys at a balloon festival for free. And John Stamos was in, he came on stage with the Beach Boys, but Brian Wilson was in the audience.
wow.
Yeah, it was a good show.
Strange.
That's nuts.
Magical moments.
But yeah, I've never really listened to them outside of their greatest hits album. But I recently saw a concert of theirs on YouTube from Central Park from the early 80s, and a lot of the songs I hadn't heard before, so it made me kind of go back into their catalog.
Yeah. I need to listen to more America other than Horse with No Name.
Well, what drew me to them is that there's three of them,
Yeah.
like in the front row, and then they just surround themselves with a bunch of other musicians.
It's like us.
It's kind of reminded me of something. I don't know what.
Yeah.
They're still around, right?
Yeah, I think
They're-
there's only 2 of them now.
Okay.
Oh.
'Cause are they coming to one of the
Yeah, they're coming to one of the
They're always
casinos.
coming to the
I
casino.
feel
They're
like
like
I've seen them on a
they're like a
billboard.
Yeah, you
casino
have.
staple.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's them and Air Supply that are always about to show up.
Yeah.
And a bunch of country people. But
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think
And
like
Ringo
I've seen-
Starr.
Yeah.
that's because casinos pay so well.
Especially
They-
Windstar.
yeah.
They pay too well.
They like that's why so many people play at them.
Yeah.
It's probably why the Oklahoma like local music scene is so confusing to the
Right.
general consumer.
That's what Tower Theater and places like that I know have to struggle, like they're in competition with the casino.
Casinos, yeah.
That's about
That's
it.
why I remember one of my first classes at ACM was Mark from Hinder. And like one of the first things he says, like, man, I wish Hinder could play at like any casino like exclusively. That'd be great.
You-
Just do a casino
I totally
tour.
get it.
Really, if you're asking me, like, what I want for the future of the Lunar Laugh is to just do casinos exclusively.
No, yeah. One of my first classes at ACM with Chris Hicks, great man.
He's a great man.
He said, "Oh, what was it?" He said, "Make sure you guys play at the casinos because they pay way too much."
Thanks, Chris. If you can book me at
Yeah.
a casino gig, that would be real nice. Thanks.
I think let's make an arrangement. Like, if we ever get a gig at a casino, like we'll
Just open
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
whichever, if it's Santiago first or us first, like we'll just.
I don't think
Look-
I'm getting a casino gig anytime
I don't
soon,
know. I
guys.
don't know.
Hey, you never know what'll happen.
You're ahead of us. You have a podcast.
We don't do enough covers to play at a casino.
We could.
Good.
That's an easy fix.
Just once again waiting for that Lunar Laugh Old Town Road cover.
We're gonna do what Garth Brooks did and just do a whole covers box set.
There we go.
Where's that Christmas album, guys?
I thought it was-
Actually,
Actually,
no, we've made one Christmas song,
yes.
and it's pretty good.
So, do you want to hear what the next plan is? Like,
Sure,
This is
yeah.
a good segue. So, we recorded our live set at VZD's last December.
yeah.
And we played our new Christmas song. So, we're going to package that and the 2 songs that were deleted from this album
Oh, sweet. Yeah.
into our first live release.
Yeah.
So-
Sweet.
Look
Yeah.
for that
I'm excited
sometime.
to-
Christmas song will probably be out in December, and then I think the whole album will be out in January.
Sweet. Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, I want to mention some of the stuff that I'm listening to because it's kind of weird.
What you got?
I've been listening to Arca. Arca is a Venezuelan producer, and they worked with Bjork.
Oh.
But I've been listening to some Arca. And
R.
then
Oh, no.
ARCA,
No.
not R. Kelly.
That's
And Dialect. It's pronounced dialect, but it's spelled Dalek.
Dalek.
So Dalek, but the A has 2 dots over it, which is why it's pronounced dialect. They're like I've been listening to a lot of experimental rap lately. So Dialect makes some cool, noisy production with some.
Have you listened
Heavy.
to Injury Reserve yet?
Mm-mm.
It's kind of like all alternative hip hop sort of stuff. They have a song with like JPEG Mafia. There's a lot of features on this album they just released. It's pretty good. I think Anthony Fantano gave it a good review if I remember correctly.
The melon.
Yeah, they have JPEG Mafia, Freddie Gibbs, Dram, however you say that.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
Who is that again?
Injury Reserve.
Injury Reserve.
Self-titled album.
I'll look into that. And then lastly, I've been listening to Blackie, all caps with spaces.
Meme font.
Yes.
The go-to.
He's a noise rapper from Houston, I believe.
Noise
And
rapper.
it is just
So what is that exactly?
intense. It's like
Rapping with noise.
Is it just like
it's
loud or?
hyper distorted and compressed
like if the
production.
if the Strokes were rappers? Like
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, kind of similar.
It's kind of like Death Grips or Clipping.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, or for people who don't listen to experimental noisy hip hop, like Yeezus or
Sure.
what's another one that's kind of like Cherry Bomb, Tyler the Creator's kind of that way too, just hyper distorted. He kind of did it as like a satirical thing for that album, but a lot of people didn't realize it.
Oh no, I've been enjoying that mess. Even though it's like a lot of the music that I'm sort of playing nowadays is like kind of more accessible,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rock type stuff that I've been really enjoying.
I always feel really
noisy.
out of it because everything I enjoy is like really commercial and like
I was hoping like you were
accessible.
gonna throw in like all these like cool like artists I've never heard of, and they're like, yeah, and they threw in some Tim McGraw the other day. Kind of wanted to relax.
Take the edge off of my day.
I did
I
just
don't think I can name a Tim McGraw song.
Indian
I'd probably-
Outlaw.
Well,
In Through the Outdoor? What?
Indian Outlaw. That song got him in. That's
In Through the Outdoor?
yeah. Fool in the rain.
Fool in the Rain?
anyways, thank you guys for doing this with me. This is a lot of fun. Plug your stuff.
I also listen to the Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Anyway.
That's good.
So yeah, Lunar Laugh, our new album is called Goodnight Noises Everywhere. It's available on our Bandcamp, which is thelunarlaugh.bandcamp.com. And you can also find it. The CD is available via Cool Cat Music. Cool spelled with a K, cat is spelled with a K, music spelled with a K at the end.
That Mortal Kombat
You
spelling.
know, and the vinyl is available from You Are the Cosmos out of Spain. Basically, if you search for it on Google, you will find it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you like going to
Get
a
it
record
now.
store, Guest Room Norman
Yes,
has
Sweet.
some copies.
Does
And
Guest Room in OKC have any?
they did. Not last time I was there, though. They were out. I need to restock.
Oh.
So,
time to get them commission on.
And then if you're listening outside of the United States, there's a lot of record stores in the UK that apparently have this album.
Oh,
They at least
Cool.
have it on their online store.
Cool.
that's tight.
Sweet.
Pay for music.
Please.
Get it now.
We have to pay rent.
Yeah.
Top Golf doesn't pay all the bills.
I actually don't have a job, so I'm relying on this. So please.
Me and Campbell work at the Top Golf. On,
Actually, I'm homeless.
Where's the bottom golf?
I ask myself that every day.
But they have like a bottom section, right?
Yeah.
Would that make them the bottom golf and the people on the top floor? What's like, is each floor just a different
It's
tier of golf?
bottom golf, middle
Bottom
golf, and
middle
top golf.
top golf. Yeah.
It's 3 different businesses. Owned by
Are the prices
Whenever you
cheaper
go to-
at the
whenever you go
bottom
to
golf?
different-
No, they're actually not.
Whenever you go to a different floor, you gotta like change shirts while you're walking down the stairs.
The
Yeah,
golf
yeah.
ball,
Gotta
the
go to
golf
middle
balls
golf.
and clubs are not as good at bottom golf as they are at Top Golf.
Anyways,
The service is worse.
thank you guys for doing this with me. I'm
you.
Santiago Ramones.
I'm Jared Lee Kites.
I'm Connor Anderson.
I'm Campbell Young.
You're the Lunar Laugh.
We are.
And
The Lunar Laugh.
you can find all of the stuff that I do on my website, santiagoramones.com. I make music. I'm still I'm still repping that Machinations. So if you go to santiagoramones.com/podcast/machinations, it's like my whole master's concert recital thing.
It's the whole inner machinations of your mind.
Yeah, it's a whole experience. There's the YouTube
Mac
videos,
Daddy.
the lyrics, the
Oh.
everything. It's the best way to experience it until I record it in a studio and then put it out on an album.
Until you come out with a VR version.
Yeah, that would be neat. Yeah,
An app.
One.
There's an app for that.
but yeah, go listen to that because it's really cool. and I'm really happy about it. So, and then I have the podcast, which you can review and leave comments and subscribe and do all that stuff and tell your friends about it. The reviews really help. I'm glad that the podcast is currently at 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. So thank you
Nice.
guys who did that. That means a lot to me.
I'm gonna throw a 1-star Yelp review in.
Oh, man.
no. And this is episode 180.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Still
Good
5
job,
stars.
man.
There's 2 reviews. They're both from my mom and my dad.
Yeah, I was in the podcast with my 3 things. They shape my life philosophy. Those 3 things are: love never fails, it's going to be okay, I might be wrong.